Be careful. Right? Don't move. Don't move at all. There is a spider on your shoulder. Your right shoulder. Right now, there's a spider. Don't move. It's pretty big. It's not huntsman big. It's not like an Australian huntsman. But it's pretty big, so you probably should like get something and wipe it off somehow before it kills you. Just like courts in the United Kingdom just killed free speech. Ooh, sick analogy, anal. What did you expect? This is a stream where we're going to read My Immortal. If you don't know what My Immortal is, it's why you even here, and also it's the greatest piece of literature ever created. Right? It's a Harry Potter fan fiction that's a crossover with some I don't know, some band, some metal band. And what you what you need to know, the only thing you need to know is that Harry Potter is called Vampire. He's just called Thank you, Chazareth, for your 10 Canadian dollars. That is, I have no idea how much money that is, but thanks, my dude. There's no longer a spider sitting on your shoulder. All that being said, I do believe that we should have a moment of silence for the bullshit that's been done to Count Dankula over in Scotland. Fuck that. I will now not talk for a minute, and I would ask you to either post F or not post anything in the chat for the following minute, in which I will say nothing. That'll be enough of that. I suppose it was very strange if you just joined in the live stream and saw some bloke just looking at the webcam in a vaguely sexual manner. I hope, is my mic all right? Is it picking up the right mic? Because sometimes Google Hangouts likes to use this mic right here and not this one with the cum sock. I want it to use the one with the cum sock because that's the good one. So yeah, let's see. Is Discord is still working? Everything's still working. Excellent. So let's get on with chapter 13 of My Immortal. AN. Author's note. That's what that was. Ravenfangs for gelpin me again. I'm sorry, a tok ur poster of Gerard, but that guy is such a fucking sex bomb. Preps stop flamiging in all caps. So now we get into the reality of things. Vampire and I, and Vampire is Harry, ran up the stairs looking for Dumbledore. We were so scared. And I have no idea what the story was, by the way, so I'm at the same point at which you are right now. Because I really hope that you do not know anything about this, because if you do anything about this, why? Why is this occupying space in your brain right now? Dumbledore! Dumbledore! We both yelled. That's some like this is like bullying. Dumbledore came there. What is it that you want now, you despicable snobs? He asked angrily. Voldemort has Draco. We shouted at the same time. He laughed in an evil voice. Ooh, Dumbledore is evil, apparently. No, don't. We need to save Draco, we begged. No, he said meanly. I don't give a darn what Voldemort does to Draco. Gotta watch the language in this fucking BDSM torture fantasy. This is going on daytime television. After how much he misbehaved in school, especially with you, Ebony. You know, if like Hitler captures you and starts torturing you, I don't care if you misbehaved in school. I'd say I'd send a guy. But that's just me. He said while he frowned, looking at me. Besides, I never liked him that much anyway. Well, apparently Dumbledore is a teenager himself. Then he walked away. Vampire started crying. My Draco, he moaned. Author's note, don't you thick gay guys lick so hot. This is... It's okay. I tried to tell him, but that didn't stop him. He started to cry tears of blood. Then he had a brainstorm. What? I had an idea. What? Hold up. Like, so nonchalantly, he begins crying tears of blood. Well, Shaitan's advocate. This is culture, okay? I don't care if they're discussing the future of mankind, right? The important politics. This is high culture that we're doing here, and that really needs to be respected. That is just as important. So, what's my opinion on Norway? It has a lot of coastline. Anyway, so yeah, he has a brainstorm. Whatever the fuck that is. What? I asked him. You'll see, he said. He took out his wand and did a spell. Poof! There is now a spell. Then suddenly we were in Voldemort's lair. We ran with our wands out as we heard a croon voice say, Allah Kedavra! Allah Kedavra! Not just literally Allah. Like fucking Islam God. It was Voldemort. No shit, it was Voldemort. Who the fuck did you expect in there? Summoning Allah Kedavra. Chapter 14. Author's note. Fuck off, preps, okay? Raven Fangs helping, Fangs for helping again. How did anyone help you with this? How did you need help at creating this? How are you a human being that exists in the world? I'm sorry I couldn't update, but I was depressed. And I had to go to the hospital because I slit my wrists. This is gold. P.S. I'm not updating till you give me 10 good revives. 10 god revives. So that's like... you can only hold a person hostage. You can only get something out of a person if you should say that you will release more parts if they don't give you good reviews. That would give you more good reviews. Warning. Some of this chapter is extremely scray. Viewer excretion. Viewer excretion is advised. We ran to where Voldemort was. It turned out that Voldemort wasn't there. Well, then how did you run to where Voldemort was when Voldemort wasn't there, you fucking dick? Instead, the fat guy who killed Cedric was. You know that one. Draco was there crying tears of blood. Apparently, they all cry tears of blood. That's just normal in this world. Snaketail was torturing him. Vampire and I ran in front of Snaketail. Rid my sight, you despicable preps. He shouted as we started shooting him with the gun. You have what? Isn't this Harry? Shouldn't you have magic and shit? He Allah Kadavra right over there, and now you're fucking doing with a gun? What is this, America? I started laughing crudely. What the fuck? Well, that's exactly my thoughts, dear. You torture my BF, then you expect me to fuck you? No, fuck, I missed the line. Let's just forget everything I said. Then he suddenly looked at me and he fell down with a lovey-dovey look in his eye. This is after he told them to get rid of his side, despicable preps. This is just this, and there's a dot, and then he said. How does that work? Fucking in this, he is 16 years old, so he's not a pedophile. Okay. No, I'm not. Huh? I asked. Ennaby, I love you. Will you have sex with me? Asked Snaketail. See, that's where that came from. I started laughing crudely. See, now this already makes a little more sense, which, what the fuck? You torture my BF and then you expect me to fuck you? That's a good point. God, you are so fucked up, you fucking bastard, I said angrily. Yeah, wouldn't it? That wouldn't have carried in the words that you were angry. You had to put that adverb there. Elite writing. Hemingway would be proud. Then I stabbed him in the heart. Blood poured out of him like a fountain. Out of it like a fountain. Okay. Yeah, no. Let's not get into that. No, he screamed, apparently slightly irritated at the fact that she had just pierced his heart with a knife, which apparently also she has. Maybe the gun has a knife. He started screaming and running around. Then he fell down and died. I burst into tears sadly. Why? You just killed the guy. Snaketail, what art thou doing? What art thou doing, Snaketail? Called Voldemort. Then he started coming. Wait. We could hear his high heels clacking to. Why does Voldemort why does he have high heels? So we got on our broomsticks and we flew to Hogwarts. We went to my room. Vampire went away. There I started crying. Where is Draco in all this? What's wrong, honey? Asked Draco. I don't know, Draco. Maybe she just killed a guy who was torturing you and then wanted to fuck her, and then Voldemort came with high heels and you fled from. Wow, how about that? It's fucking wrong, honey. Jesus Christ. What's wrong, honey? Asked Draco, taking off his clothes so we could screw. He had a sex pack. Get it? 'Cause he's so sexy. And a really huge you-know-what and everything. Really huge beard? Really huge nose? It's so unfair. I yielded? Why can't I just be ugly or plain like all the other girls in preps here, except for Bloody Mary, because she's not ugly or anything? What could you just back up a bit and do the? I mean, the Snaketail thing isn't even 5 sentences above this one. What the fuck? Why would you want to be ugly? I don't like preps anyway. They are such fucking sluts. I still don't entirely understand what this prep school thing is, answered Draco. Yeah, but everyone is in love with me. What a terrible life you have. That everyone wants to do shit for you. Oof! Like Snake and Lupin took a video of me naked. Hargrit says he's in love with me. Vampire likes me, and now even Snaketail is in love with me. No, Snaketail is dead! You just killed him, you cunt! I just want to be with you, okay, Draco? Why couldn't Satan have made me less beautiful? Holy shit! I shouted angrily. And just this now? Don't worry, Anobi isn't a snob or anything, but a lot of people have told her she's pretty. Yeah, no shit. No shit, mate. Jesus Christ. Where was I? I'm good at too many things. Why can't I just be normal? It's a fucking curse, I shouted, and then I ran away. Oh my god. It's self-aware. This is self-aware. She's self-aware about being a fucking Mary Sue. This is too much, man. Chapter 15. Author's note. Stop flaming, okay? By the way, you suck from know every Tim someone flams me, I'm gonna slit my wrists. That's not a good way to have people not flam you. Fangs 2 Raven full pain. Ebony, shouted Draco sad. Oh, I don't even know how you would do that. No, please, come back. But I was too mad. Whatever, now you can go and have sex with Vampire, I shouted. Vampire, I can't get over the fact that Vampire is just Harry Potter. I stormed into my room and closed my black door with my blood red key. That's very important. I too have a black door and a blood red key. Maybe we should hang out. It had a picture of Marilyn Manson on it. How big is your key? He looked so sexy in a way that he reminded me of Draco and Vampire. I started to cry and weep. I took a razor and started to slit my wrists. I drank the blood all depressed. Then I looked at my black GC watch and noticed it was time to go to biology class. Oh my god. I can't even... How nonchalant this is. I put on a short ripped black gothic dress that said anarchy on the front in blood red letters and was all ripped and a spiky belt. Have you not heard of the Oxford comma? Under that I put on ripped black fishnets and boots that said Joel all over them with blood red letters, because who the fuck is Joel? I put my ebony black hair out. Anyway, I went down. You could have just not put anyway there. You could have just said, I went downstairs feeling all sad and depressed as usual. I did some advanced biology work. I was turning a bloody pentagram into a black guitar. Suddenly, the guitar turned to Draco. This really happened, guys. J.K. Rowling wrote this. This is canon, man. Enoby, I love you. Draco, who a moment ago was a guitar, who a moment ago was a bloody pentagram, shouted sadly. I do not care what those fucker preps and posers think. Urda, most beautiful girl in the world. But that's exactly her problem. She just said she doesn't want to be beautiful, dickhead. Before I met you, I used to want to commit suicide all the time. Now I just want to fucking be with you. I fucking love you. That doesn't sound like a very unhealthy relationship at all. Then he started to sing The Chronicles of Life and Death. We considered it our song now because we fell in love when Joel was singing it. Who is Joel? Right in front of the entire class. His singing voice was so amazing and gothic and sexy, like a cross between Gerard, Joel, Chester, Pierre, and Marilyn Manson. Author's note, don't you think those guys are so hot? If you do not know who they are, get the fuck out of her. I don't know what exactly she wants from me, but I'm supposed to do something. I'm supposed to get the fuck something, but I don't know. OMFG, I said after he was finished. Some fucking prep stared at us, but I just stuck up my middle fingers. All 7 of them. That were covered in black nail polish and were entwined with Dracos now. At what? At them. I love you, I said to the preps. And then we started to kiss just like Hillary Duff. I fucking hate that bitch. And CMM in a Cinderella story. See, this is truly the heart's desire of this person, right? They pretend not to be a prep, but really in their hearts of hearts, they want to be a prep. Then we went away holding hands. Lupin shouted at us, but he stopped because everyone was clapping by how sexy we looked together. Then I saw posters saying that MCR would have a concert in Hogsmeade right there, right then. The poster just says it's right fucking now. Thank you, Timu Kontinen, for your 2 Finnish dollars. I appreciate it. I will use them to get myself a nice salad. We looked at each other all shocked and we went together. Yeah, I would be shocked too. I would be shocked too. Chapter 16. Author's note. You know what? Suit up, okay? Prove to me you're not preps. Raven, you suck, you fucking bitch. Give me back my fucking suit. You're supposed to read this. Raven, what the fuck, you bitch? You're supposed to do this. By the way, fangs to Britney 5655 for the Tekken Japanese. I don't know. I'm very interested what happened with Raven here. Apparently, the author and Raven are now no longer friends. Something happened. Raven was supposed to writ this. I don't know. She apparently didn't writ this, and now they're no longer friends. We ran happily to Hogsmeade. There we saw the stage where GC had played. We ran in happily. MCR were there playing Helena. I was so fucking happy. It's a bit short notice though. Gerard looked even sexier than he did in the pictures. I don't know if this doesn't know if it wants to be like a black ghetto thing or like a fucking Essex working class London type slang. Even Draco thought so. I could totally see him getting an erection, but it didn't matter because I knew know that we were in the only true ones for each other. I was wearing a black leather mini dress and a black leather platinum boots with red ribbed fish. And when did you have time to change? Draco was wearing a black baggy MCR t-shirt and black baggy pants. Anyway, we started moshing to Helena. We Frenched. So, you retreated. We ran up to the front of the band to stage dive. Suddenly, Gerard pulled off his mask. So did the others. We gasped. It wasn't them at all. It was Voldemort and the Death Dealers. That really sounds like a hip-hop group. This Voldemort and the Death Dealers, nigga. We gonna deal death. I'm not a good rapper. Yeah, so Voldemort and the Death Dealers is actually I imagine that's a lot better music than whatever the fuck MCR is. What the fuck, Draco? I'm not going to a concert with you, I shouted angrily. Hold on! You are on a concert with him! Not after what happened to me last time! Even if it's MCR, you know how much I like the... What are you... Listen, the main villain of the story just appeared on stage. What? What Cosby? He gadgeted like Inspector Gadget and comfortably because guys don't like to talk about you know what. I don't know what. Fucking salad? Yeah, because I yielded in an angry voice. What did you yield? We won't do it again, Draco promised. This time we're going with an escort. What is this prostitution shit? OMFG WTF / are you giving into the mainstream? I asked. So I guess you're a prep or a Christina or what now? This, honestly, I thought this could make less sense, but I was wrong. No, he muttered. No, he muttered loudly. Are you becoming a prep or what? I shooted angrily. Enderby, I'm. How is this? Come on. I, this can't be fucking. This can't be real. Enderby is so consistently misspelled. Enderby, I'm not. PLS, come with me. He fell down to his knees and started singing "The World Is Black" by GC to me. There's still Voldemort and the Death Dealers on stage. I suppose they're just making music. They're just putting on the big beats. I was flattened. I was flattened because that's not even a single. He had memorized the lyrics just for me, and the lyrics were so heavy that they apparently flattened her. Okay, then I guess I will have to, I said, and then we Frenched for a while, and I went up to my room. What is with the Voldemort and the Death Dealers thing? What happened there? Bloody Mary was standing there. Hajime girl. This is some Japanese stuff. This is like Hajime Mashite girl. She said happily. She speaks Japanese, so do I. That means how do you do in Japanese? BT dubs. Willow, that fucking poser, got expelled. She failed all her classes. And she skipped math. Author's note, Raven, you fucking suck. Fuck you. Apparently, Willow is Raven, but also the main character's name is also Raven. And there's a real world Raven. Sometimes you just need to give the words room to breathe. It serves that fucking bish right. I laughed angrily. No, you said those words. Well, anyway, we were felling all depressed. We watched some gothic movies. That's Nightmare Before Xmas. Maybe Willow will die too, I said. Spoilers! Kawaii. Bloody Mare shook her head energetically, lethargically. Oh yeah, this is just how this is written. Oh fuck! Stop. This bloke just went fucking. Somebody once told me the Burger Creek was gonna roll me with some literature he found at his shed. The idea seemed dumb and the grammar wasn't fun, and it'd be best girl for that. You broke it there, cunt. Yeah. Oh yeah. Have a confession. After she got expelled, I murdered her, and then Lupin did it with her because he's a necrophiliac. He's a necrophiliac. Lupin is a necrophiliac. Kawaii, I commented happily, because that's the reaction you have when you kill somebody. We talked to each other in silence. We talked to each other in silence for the rest of the movie. We talked to each other in silence. These really are vampires. That's some fucking ninja skills. Oh, hey, by the way, I'm going to a concert with Draco tonight in Hogsmeade with MCR, I said. No, you already went there. I need to wear like the hot set outfit EVA. Extra vehicular activity? Are you in space now? Be Bloody Mary nodded energetically. OMFG, totally. Let's go shopping. Let's do it. In Hot Topic, right? Because everybody knows there's a Hot Topic in Hogwarts. There's a Hot Topic right next to Hogwarts. I asked, already getting out of my special Hot Topic loyalty card. No, my head snaped up. What? My head spween. I could not believe it. Be Bloody Mary, are you a prep? No, no, she laughed. I found some cool Gothic stores near Hogwarts, that's all. Well, apparently there's enough fucking Gothic people over there if MCR can do a spontaneous concert. Who, with HU, told you about them? I asked, sure it would be Draco or Diabolo or Vampire. Diabolo is Ron. Don't even say that name to me. Or me. Dumbledore, she said. Let's just call our Broms. OMFFG, Dumbledore? I asked quietly in all caps. Yeah, I saw the map for Hogsmeade on his desk, she told me. Come on, let's go. We were going in a few punk goth stores specially for the concerts in Hogsmeade. The salesperson was OMG hotter than Gerard, except not because that's impossible. And he gave me a few dresses. We only have these for the real goths. Right now, what you see me do is go back and forth autistically because that's the only way I can survive this shit. The real goths? Me and Bloody Mary asked. Yeah, you wouldn't believe how many posers there are in this town, man. Yesterday, Lupin and Snap tried to buy a gothic camera pouch. He shook his head. I didn't even know they, like, as in no, they had a camera. OMFG, no, they're gonna spy on me again, I cried, running out the changing room wearing a long black dress with lots of red tulle coming out and very low cut with a huge slit. This is making me uncomfortable. Oh my Satan, you have to buy that outfit, the salesperson said. Yeah, it looks totally hot, said B. Bloody Mary. You know what, I'm gonna give it to you for free because you look really hot in that outfit. That's not how you run a business, mate. Hey, are you gonna be at the concert tonight? He asked. Ooh. Still not how you run a business. Yeah, I am, actually. I looked back at him. Hey, by the way, my name is Ibondi Darkness Dementia Tara. Way, what's yours? Tom Ridd. He said and ran a hand through his black dyed hair. Maybe I'll see you there tonight. It's a trap. Yeah, I don't think so because I'm going there with my BF Draco, you sick perv. That does not mean you will be invisible to this man. I yelled angrily. She also yelled angrily. But before he could beg me to go with him, Hargrid flew in on his black broom looking worried. Hargrid has a black bike, okay? OMFG, Ebondi, you got need back into the castle now. Chapter 17. Author's note. I said stop filming das trio. If you're a prep, then do not read it. You can tell whether you're a prep or not by my quiz on my homepage. If you're not, then you rock. If you're, then fork. Oof. Oof. PZ Willow isn't really a prep. Raven, please do this. I'll promise you give back your poster. I still don't know what the fuck's going on with Raven, but that is more interesting than the story, to be entirely honest. Tom Riddle was Tom Ridd just a moment ago. Tom Riddle gave us some clothes and stuff for free. He said he would help us with makeup if we wanted, because he was really into fashion and stuff. He's bisexual. Hargrid kept shooting at us to come back to Hogwarts. What the fuck, Hargrid? I shouted angrily. Fuck off, you fucking bastard. Well, anyway, Willow came. Hargrid went away angrily. Just picture this situation, right? There is a bisexual Tom Riddle who just gives them clothes for free because apparently he's bisexual, and meanwhile there's Hagrid shooting at them, and the appropriate reaction is not to go, "Hey, fucking stop! We'll call the police." But oh, Hagrid, you're a really not. We don't like you. Fucking hell. Hey, bitch, you look kawaii, she said. Yeah, but not as kawaii as you. Hold on, wasn't Willow a prep just a chapter ago? I am confused. I answered sadly, because Willow's really pretty and everything. She was wearing a short black corset thingy with a blood red lace on it and black blood red miniskirt, leather fishnets, and black pointy boots that showed off how pale she was. She had a really nice body with big bobs and vagine. She was thin enough to be anorexic. I love how we're going into the deep social commentary here. Brilliant. So you're going to the concert with Draco? She asked. Yeah, I said. Yeah. Also, Willow is dead. I don't know why she's here. But what the fuck ever. Yeah, I said happily. I'm going with Diabolo, she answered happily. Well, anyway, Draco and Diabolo came. They were both looking extremely hot and sexy, and you could tell they thought that we were hot too. Diabolo was wearing a black t-shirt that said 666 on it. What a fucking edgelord. He was wearing tons of makeup, just like Marilyn Manson. Draco was wearing black leather pants, a gothic black GC t-shirt, and black Vans he got from the Warped Tower, which we have never established existed at any point. B. Luddy Mart was going to the concert with Dracula, which is basically it's Count Dracula's own Coca-Cola brand. It's Dracola. It's got real blood in it. It's illegal. Dracola used to be called Naval. What? Naval? Like belly button? But it tuned out that he was kidnapped at birth and his real family were vampires. He died in a car crash. Naval converted to Satanism when he went goth. He also died. He was in Slytherin now. He was wearing a black warped t-shirt, black jeans and shoes, and a black hair with red streaks in it. We call him Dracula now. No, didn't you call him Dracola in a moment? For a moment ago? Well, anyway, we all went to Draco's black Mercy Benz. Yeah, have mercy on me, Benz. Get it? Because we're gipfig? No, I do not get it. That his dad Lucian gave him. We did pot, coke, and crack. Was the mayor of Toronto there? Draco and I made out. We made a fun of those stupid fucking preps. It's very simple life you live. Very, very simple. I mean, good for you. We soon got there. I gapsed. I don't know what you got. And I don't know what gapsing is. Gerard was the sexiest guy ever. He looked even sexier when he did in pics. He had long raven black hair and piercing blue eyes. He was really skinny. Was he anorexic? And he had an amazing ethnic voice. What is an ethnic voice? Was he singing death metal like this? Oh, I want to slit my wrist and kill myself. Is that an ethnic voice? What the fuck? We moshed to Helena and some other songs. Yeah, I would expect the band to play more than one fucking song. Gerard pulled off his mask. So did other members. I gasped. It wasn't Gerard at all. I'm having deja vu right now. It was an ugly, preppy man with no nose and red eyes. Everyone ran away but me and Draco. Draco and I came. Is it this erotic? It was Voldemort and the Death Deed. This happened already. This has already happened. Like 3 chapters ago. This exact thing. You moronic idiots, he shouted angstily. Enemy, I told you to kill vampire. Thou have failed. And now I shall kill thou and Draco. No, no, please, we begged sadly, but he took out his knife. What are we gonna do? Now that Voldemort has taken out his knife. It's not like we can Allah Kedavra him with our wands. What are we? Suddenly, a gothic old man flew in on his broomstick. He had long black hair, like black like a lung, like a chain smoker's lung, and a long black beard. He was wearing a black robe that said Avril Lavigne on the... Wait, was Avril Lavigne gothic at some point? Like, is that a thing? He shotted a spear, and Voldemort ran away. It was Dumbledore. Well, imagine my shock. Though, to be fair, right? There was a setup and payoff, right? She hinted that Dumbledore was really like a cool guy, like a gothic. She set that up earlier, not very subtly, right? I was in a little bit of disbelief. Now comes the payoff. That is how you do writing correctly. But whatever. Chapter 18. Author's note. I said stop flaming. Yeah. Listen, mate. You say this in every chapter and they never stop. Maybe they just don't listen to you. Maybe if you say stop flaming a couple more times, they still, even though then they will not stop. If you do, then you're a fucking prep. Thanks to Raven for the help and stuff. You rogue. No, you're not a prep. Thanks for Masuta. P.S. The other reason Dumbledore swore is because he trying to be gothic, so there. So apparently she and Raven is now they're now mates again, so that whole plot line just disappeared. I woke up the next day in my coffin. I walked out of it and put on some black eyeliner, black eyeshadow, bloodbed lipstick, and a black, really low-cut leather dress that was all ripped and in stripes so you could see my belly. Could you see your navel? I was wearing a skull belly ring with a... Hold on, what the fuck is a belly ring? With black and red diamonds inside it. Wait, what's happening? Nobody knows. I don't think the person who wrote this note knew. The night before, Draco and I went back to the skull. Get it? Skull, because I'm gothic and I like death. Dumbledore chased Voldemort away. We flew there on our brooms. Mine was black, and the broom stuff was blood red. There was lace all over it. Draco had a black MCR. Boom. We went back to our rooms and we had you know what to a Linkin Park song. I still don't know what she's referring to. I don't know. Did you read classic literature like I'm doing right now? Did you maybe play Scrabble to Linkin Park? Did you get out your Sony Vegas and make some YouTube poops? I don't know. Well, anyway, I went down to the Great Hall. The Great. This is supposed to be the Great Hall, but now it's just the Great Hall, as in GRATE. There, all the walls were painted black and the tables were black too. You could see that there was pink pant underneath the black pant. And there were posters of poser bands everywhere, like Ashley Simpson and the Backstreet Boys. Oh my god, it's a poser invasion. WTF? I shouted, going to sit next to Bloody Mary and Willow. Bloody Mary was wearing a black leather mini with a good Schwalute t-shirt, black fishnets, a black pointy boots. Willow was wearing a long gothic black dress with blood red writing that was all lacy and came up to your thighs, and black boots and fishnets. But what does it say? What does the writing say? I need to know. Vampire Dracula and Draco came. We started to talk about who was sexier, Mikey or Gerard Way or Billy Joe Armstrong. The boys joined in because they were bi. I'm saying Frank Sinatra. Bitch. Those guys are so... Look, listen, right? They should think that Frank Sinatra is the hottest because they're gothic and like death. And Frank Sinatra is dead. Those guys are so fucking hot. Naval was saying as suddenly a gothic old man with a black beard and everything came. He was the same one who had chussed away Voldemort yesterday. He had normal tan skin, but he was wearing white foundation and he had dyed his hair black. As in hair, as in like a bunny. Dumbledore? Yeah, we all gasped. Yes, you did the same thing yesterday. You already revealed this. You can't make this reveal twice. What the fuck? I shouted angrily. I thought he was just wearing that to scare Voldemort. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, retcon that shit, bitch. Hello, everyone, he said happily. As you can see, I gave the room a makeover. What do you think about it? Everyone from the poser table in Gryffindor started to cheer. Well, we goths just looked at each other, all disgusted, and shook our heads. We couldn't believe what a poser he was! Exclamation point, 1 point. By the way, you can call me Albert. He called as we left to our classes. He called as we left, it's just in caps. What a fucking poser, Draco shouted angrily as we to transformation. We were holding hands. Vampire looked really jealous. Why you have to be such a cunt? I could see him crying blood in a gothic way. Get it? Way like Gerard. No. I don't get it. But I didn't say anything. I bet he's having a midlife crisis, Willow. I think Dumbledore's a bit like a couple months too old to be having a midlife crisis. I agree, Shaitan's advocate. This is the best thing human hands have ever produced. That is just factual. This is factually correct. I was so fucking angry. Chapter 19, I'm not okay, I promise. Well, if you're not okay, at least you are okay in some way. Spear's getting pissy. I need to drink faster. Author's note. Please stop flaming the story. If you do, you're a fucking prep. No, you're jealous. Okay. Exclamation point 11 from Knock with a Q. I'm going to Delt Urman Reviovs exclamation point 111 BT dubs Envoyed a poor blood so there exclamation point 1 thanks to Raven 4M the help exclamation point 11. This is possibly the author's note in this whole work that I understand the least. It's this one. All day we sat angrily thinking about dumbbell door. You know, like a dumbbell. We were so fucking pissed off. Why? He's just trying to be cool. Jesus Christ. Well, I had one thing to look forward to. The MCR the MCR concert already happened. You can't have the MCR concert happen a third time. I will call the police if you do that. You're going to get arrested for hate speech. It had been postponed, like with the telephone, so we could all go, no, it hasn't been postponed. It already happened twice. I think I'm having a fucking heart attack. Anyway, I went to the common room, sadly, to cut classes. Draco was being all secretive. I asked him what it was, and he got all mad at me and started crying, all hot and angsty. Sensitive by guys so hot. No one fucking understands me! Exclamation point 1. Yeah, I can tell you why nobody fucking understands me. Understands you. Sorry, Freudian slip. It's because the person who created you, Draco, the person who wrote this character right here, doesn't know how to write you, and therefore the readers don't understand you. Maybe this is one of those self-aware things, where the story became self-aware. He shouted angrily as his black hair went in his big blue eyes like Billy Joe in Boulevard of Borken Trams. He was wearing black baggy pants, a black MCR t-shirt, and a black dye. No, it's not die, Bart, die. It's German. It says D, Bart, D. Okay, Shaitan's advocate, please don't harass me. I will call the British police. I was wearing a black leather low-cut top with chains all over it, a black leather mini black high-held boots, and a crossbelly thing. My hair was all up in a messy high bun like Amy Lee in Gone Under. Email me if you want to see the pic. Fuck yes. Fuck yes. Accuse me? What about me? I growled. Yeah, no. But, he grunted. You fucking bastard, I moaned. No, wait, it's not what it fucking looks like, he shouted. I don't even know what the fuck's happening. But it was too late. I knew what I heard. I ran to the bathroom angrily, crying. Draco banged on the door. I whipped and wept as my bloody eyeliner streamed down my cheeks. You could use spell check at least. And made cool tears down my feces. Like Benji in the video for girls and boys. Raven, that is so our video. I took out a cigarette and started to smoke pot. Was it the pot that had your feces in it? Yes, I am ready for the meme apocalypse, Miss Steam. I am absolutely ready. The time has come. Lord Almighty. Suddenly, Hagrid came. He had appurated. He's not allowed to do that. He can't even do that. He's in Hogwarts. He can't. The only person who can apparate in Hogwarts is Dumbledore. Fucking cunt. You gave me a fucking shock, I shouted angrily, dropping my pot. The fuck do you think you're doing in the girls' room? Only it wasn't just Hagrid, someone else was with him too. For a second I wanted to be Tom Ridd or maybe Draco, but it was Dumbledore. Hey, I need to ask you a question, he said, pulling out his black wannabe gothic purse. What are you wearing to the concert? Are we just gonna ignore that she's smoking weed in the girls' room? You know who MCR are? I gasped. No, I just saw there was a concert that lot of goths and punks were going to, he said. Anyway, Draco has a surprise for you. Chapter 20. Every chapter we stray further from God. I need some sugar for this shit. Fucking hell. Chapter 20. Author's note. I said I'd not care what you think. Stop flamming. Okay, perhaps one. Apparently you do care what they think. Thanks to Raven for the help. Oh yeah, by the way, I'll be on vacation in Transylvania for the next 3 days. Yeah. Sure. I'll be on vacation in your mum. There you go. There's 44 chapters in a post phase, Caitlin. Wait, where the fuck was I? There you go. All day, I wondered what the surprise was. Meanwhile, I spot on a black leather mini. A black corset with purple lace stuff all over it, and a black gothic compact boots. MCR were going to do the concert again. Oh. Now they're doing it again. Yeah. Since Voldemort had taken over the last one, and the one before that, I slit my wrists while I moshed to MCR in my bedroom all night, feeling excited. As you do. Suddenly someone knocked on the door while I was trying to sum black clothes and moshing to Fang You to Venom. I got all mad and turned it off, but sacredly, I hopped inside that it was Draco so we could do it again. I still don't know what they're doing. I have no idea. Like maybe they're reading Alice in Wonderland, right? Or maybe they're discussing what flavors would mix well in wine, right? And different, gestation techniques, right? Where best to put the keg in Hogwarts. Maybe they're discussing board games. I don't know. What the fucking hell are you doing? I shouted angrily. It was Lupin. You gonna come rape me or what? I yelled. I was allowed to say that because Dumbledore had told us all to be careful around him and Snap since he was a pedo. Why is he still at the school then? Cody, it's all sugar, mate. Because corn syrup is death. We don't want corn syrup here. You can keep your fucking corn syrup in America, mate. Honestly. We don't want it here. It's disgusting. No, actually, get it? Hell, no, I don't. Can I please borrow some condoms? He growled angrily. Yeah, so you can fuck your 6-year-old girlfriend, huh? I shouted sarcastically. Fuka, he said, going away. Well, anyway, that just happened. I put on some black eyeshadow, black eyeliner, and some black lipstick and white foundation. Then I went. Then I gasped. Snake and Lupin were in the middle of the empty hall doing it, and Dobby was watching. Oh my god, you ludicrous idiot, as in the rapper Ludacris. They both shooted angrily when they saw me. Why are you fucking doing it in the hallway then? Dobby ran away crying. They got up though. Normally, I would have been turned on. I love seeing guys do it. But both of them were fucking preps. By the way, Snake is morphed to Gryffindor now. Yeah, that sounds likely. What the fuck is that? Why you wanted condoms? She wanted I have no idea what that was earlier, no? And now it's fucking condoms. I asked sadistically. See, I spelt that. Why did you ask this sadistically? Why are you such a sadist? Only you wouldn't give them to me, Lumpkin shouted angrily. Well, you should have told me, I replayed. You dimwit, Snake began to shoot angrily. And then I took out my black camera and took a pic of them. You could see that they were naked and everything. Well, excuse me, okay? They both shouted angrily. What was that all about? I can't do a good gay guy. It was to blackmail you, I snarked. So now next time you see me doing it with my boyfriend, you can't fucking rat me out, or I'll show this to Dumbledore. So fuck off, you bastards. I started to run. They chased me, but I threw my wound at them and they tripped over it. Well, anyway, I just threw a wound at them. I went outside and there was Vampire looking extremely fucking hot. Probably take off your coat then, if you're hot. Should probably take off your jacket. Unless, of course, man's not hot. What the fuck? Where'd Draco? I asked him. Oh, he's being a fucking bastard. He told me he wouldn't come. A vampire said, shaking his head. You want to come with me to the concert? This is just innuendo at this point. Then he showed me his flying car. No, it's Ron's dad's flying car. I gasped. It was a black car. No, it was blue. He said his dog father, Sirius Black, had given it to them. I see what you did there with dog father, though. that's probably a spelling error, but it does seem smart. The license plate in the front said MCR 666 on it. The one on the back said Enderby on it. If you're gonna misspell her name on the license plate, Jesus Christ, they really should teach English at Hogwarts. I gasped. We flew to the concert hall. MCR were there, playing. What else are they gonna do there? What else? Vampire and I began to make out, moshing to the music. I gasped, looking at the band. I almost had an orgasm. Orgasm. Yeah, orgasm. Gerard was so fucking hot. He began to sing Helena, and his beautiful voice began to fill the hall, and then I heard some crying. I turned and saw Draco crying in a corner. He said he wasn't going to come. I mean, really, it's his own fault. You know, like this is on Draco. I have to say. So I'm going to put this in the glass because the speed at which I'm drinking is so low that basically it's going to start to go stale. I don't like stale beer, so. Chapter 21. Author's note. Fuck you, okay? You fucking suck. It's not my fault if it's spelled wrong, cause that bitch Raven, it fuck you preps. Oh, apparently she's already. There's something going on with Raven again. Whoops, sots Raven, thanks for the help. By the way, Transylvania rocks hurrah. I even got to go to a castle where Durkola was filmed. Okay. I too would like to go to a castle where Durkola was filmed. Later, we all went in the skull. Draco was crying in the common room. Draco, are you okay? I asked in a gothic voice. Draco, are you okay? This is the only thing I can get out of this. No, I'm not, you fucking bitch, he shouted angrily, very justifiably so. He started to run out of the place in a suicidal way. I stated to cry because I was afraid he would commit suicide. That would be your fault, wouldn't it? It's okay, Ennaby, said Vampire comfortably. I'll make him feel better. Yeah, sure. The bloke who just got cuckolded by the guy whose name is Vampire, he's gonna get comforted by the guy who just cuckolded him. That's what's gonna happen. You mean you'll go fuck him, won't you? I shouted angrily. Then I ran to get Draco. Vampire came too. Draco, please come, he began to cry. Tears of blood came down his pale face. I was so turned on because I love sensitive bi guys. You, young lady, are fucked up. If you're a homophobe, then fuck. No! I'm not a homophobe. I'm a homophone. No, I am probably a homophone to something. But Jesus Christ! What kind of sadist are you that you get fucking turned on when a bloke cries because his friend is gonna try to fucking kill himself? Jesus fuck. And then we heard some footsteps, which is not unusual in a place where people reside. Vampire got out his black invisibility coke. So, he just got out the bag, and it's not white coke, it's black coke, and they all took a line and they became invisible. We both got under it. We saw the janitor, Mr. Norris. Miss Norris or Mrs. Norris is the cat of Filch. It's been years since I read Harry Potter, and I still know this. Shouting angrily with a flashlight in his hand. He also doesn't have a flashlight. Who's there? He shouted angrily. We saw Filth come. He went under the invisibility cloak and started to meow loudly. No, Filch, what? Timur Continen, once again with €5 this time, with which I will buy 2.5 salads. Proofreading is outdated. Grammar is overrated. Let the flaming be activated. Thank you very much. I appreciate your Finnish money. Cheers. No, but seriously, what the fuck? Is anyone there? Yelled Mr. Norris. No, fuck you, you preppy little poser, son of a fucking bitch. Yeah, that's gonna work. That is going to work. Vampire said under his breast in a disgusted way. Excuse me? Excuse me, who said that? Yelled Mr. Norris. Then he heard Filch meow. Filth, is there anyone under the cloak? He can see the invisibility cloak. And he just assumes that there might not be someone in there. Filth nodded, and apparently Mr. Norris could see him through the invisibility cloak, even though Filth is underneath the invisibility cloak. And then Vampire Frenched me. He did it just as Mr. Norris was taking off the cloak! Exclamation point 1. What the? He yelled, but it was too late because now we were ruining away from him. And then we saw Draco crying and busting in tears and slitting his wrists outside of the school. Was there a window there? Did you go outside? What is... Draco, I cried. Are you okay? Probably not. It's just my theory. Bloke slitting his wrist. Probably not okay. I guess, though, Draco wept. We went back to our coffins Frenching each other. Draco and I decided to watch Lake Placid. See, isn't that depressing? On the gothic red bed together. As I was about to put in the video, my eyes rolled up and suddenly I had a vision of something that was happening now. Holy shit! There was a knock on the door and Fug and the Mystery of Magic walked into the school. You're welcome, Miss Steam. I'm happy to cheer you up anytime. But what? What happened? Chapter 22. At least you noticed that you can end chapters on cliffhangers. There's actually the whole cliffhanger thing. People do it for TV shows to make people come back next week. But really, it works in chapters too, because sometimes if you have a chapter and you end that sort of part of the chapter and you end on a cliffhanger, even though you could immediately gratify that cliffhanger, you could immediately satisfy the need to read on. That's exactly what you want from people. You want to end a chapter in a way that makes people want to read the next chapter. So I'm not really getting wasted, mate. This is just a couple beers. Author's note. Yeah. Shut the fuck up. Prep, stop flaming, okay? If you do not like it, fuck in nor it's Notice it's Ravenfold ok. Usuck. No, just kidding, Raven. You 4K-ing rock prep suck. Humanity was a mistake. All day, everyone talked about the misery of magic. Well, anyway, I woke up the next day. I was in my coffin, so I opened the door. I was wearing black, lacy leather pajamas. Were they? They were not lacy green. They were lacy black. This is where you cue the laugh track. Then I gasped. Standing in front of me were Bloody Mary, Vampire, Diabolo, Draco, Dracula, and Willow. Holy shit, is this an intervention? Listen, Enemy, we really need you to stop writing shitty fanfiction on the internet, right? People believe this is not real, but it is real. And the Ministry of Magic is concerned that you're breaking the magical secrecy statute, so... Oi. I opened my crimson eyes. Willow was wearing a tight black leather top with pictures of bloody roses all over it. Under that, she wore a black poofy skirt with lace on it and black gothic boots that was attached to the top. A vampire was wearing a baggy Simple Plan t-shirt and baggy black pants and Vans. Draco was wearing a black MCR t-shirt with black jeans and a leather jacket. He looked just like Le Quai Gerard Way, and almost as fucking sexy. Vampire looked like Joel Madden. Bloody Mary was wearing a tight black poofy gothic dress that she had ripped so it showed all her cleavage, with a white apron that said bish, bitch, and other swear words and MCR lyrics on it of like one dress I had seen Amy Lee wear once. Darkness, who is Jenny, who wasn't mentioned earlier, was there too. She was wearing a dark ripped gothic black dress with ripped stuff all over it and a lace-up top thing and black pointy boots. So were Crab and Goyle. It turns out the Darkness, Diabolo, Crab, and Goyle's dad was a vampire. He committed suicide by slitting his wrists with a razor. He had raped them and stuff before too. They all got so depressed that they became gothic and converted to Stanism. First of all, right, commas aren't that expensive. I have under my desk right now, I have a box this big full of commas. I need more commas than the average person because I do use the Oxford comma in my work, in my short stories, right? But really, commas aren't that expensive. If you need some commas, I will send some to you. Give me your address, person who wrote this fan fiction. I will send you a bunch of commas so you don't have to convert to fucking Stanism. OMFG, I yielded as I jumped up. Why do you yield? Why the fuck are you all here? Enemy, something is really fucked up. Yeah, you're all standing around her bed in the morning. That is what's fucked up. Okay, but I need to put my fucking clothes on first, I shouted angrily. It's a fair point. It's all right. We have to go now, and you look kawaii anyway. You're so fucking beautiful, Draco said in it. Okay. It's all right. We have to go now, and you look kawaii anyway. You're so fucking beautiful, Draco said in a sexy voice. Oh, all right, I said, smiling. But you have to tell me why you're being all erective. Why are you being all erective, Draco? What? Why? Explain yourself. I will. Draco, wait, not he said, yeah. So I just put on some black eyeliner, black lipstick, and red eyeshadow and white foundation. Then I came. Didn't know makeup could be this erotic. We all went outside Great Hall and looked in from a window. A fucking prep called Brittany from Gryffindor was standing next to us. She was wearing a pink mini and a Hilary Duff t-shirt, so we put up our middle fingers at her. Inside the Great Hall, we could see Dumbledore. Cornelia Fudged was there shouting at Dumbledore. This is the first, oh, Jesus. Doris Rumbridge was there too. Doris Rumbridge is a worse enemy, is a worse villain, is a better villain than Dumbledore, actually. Because she's a villain that we all know. Right? Dumbledore is a like how many people have you encountered in your life that was some sort of hyper intelligent psychopath looking for world domination, right? But how many people have you encountered like Doris Rumbridge, who are just like power-hungry bureaucrats who just want to control your life and are just aggressively, like saccharine, fucking disgustingly friendly to you all throughout it. That's why fucking Umbridge is one of the, in my opinion, she's one of the very best villains ever written, ever. So she's up there with fucking Saren from Mass Effect, which I also think is a really, really, really good fucking villain. This cannot be, she shouted angrily. The school must be closed. The Bark Lord is planning to kill the students, yelled Cornelia Fudge. You know, the Bark Lord, who is some kind of a tree spirit. You are not fit to be the principal any longer, yelled Rumbridge. You are too old and your Alzheimer's is getting dangerous. I didn't know Dumbledore had Alzheimer's. You must retry or Voldemort will kill your students. Oh, so Voldemort is also the Bark Lord. He is the Dark Lord, as in the Lord of Darkness, but he also got the title of Bark Lord, as in the Lord of the Skin of Trees, which probably is something that he got by marriage. He's the Bark Lord by marriage. He gets 2 seats in the House of Lords. Very well, Dumbledore said angrily, but we cannot do this. We can't close the school. There is only one person who is capable of killing Voldemort, and she is in the school. And her name is Enemy Darkness Dementia Raven Way. Draco, Crab, Goyle, Darkness, Willow, Vampire, and B. Bloody Mary looked at each other. I gasped. I gasp too. My heart gasps. End my suffering. Chapter 23. Author's note. Hoot the fuck up, bitches. You're just jealous. Cause I got 10,000 Raviovs! Exclamation point one. Thanks to Raven for the help and telling me about the books, girl or rock. Let's go shopping together. The door opened and Professor Rumbridge and Cornelia Fudge stumped out angrily. Then Dumbledore and Rumbridge sawed us with a saw. Mr. Way, what the beep are you doing? Rumbridge shouted angrily. Dumbledore blared at her. Oops, she made a mistake. He corrupted her. She means, hi, everybody. Come in. We all came in angrily, as you do. So did all the other students. I sat between Darkness and Draco, and opposite B. Bloody Mary, Crab and Goyle started to make some morbid jokes. I want to hear those. They both looked exactly like Villa Volo. Sounds Finnish. I ate some Count Chocula. I didn't know Count Dankula was part of this story. And drank some blood from a cup. Then I heard someone shooting angrily. Oh shit! This is America now. It's a school shooting now. I looked behind me. It was Vampire. He and Draco were shooting at each other. Oh my god! It's 2 school shootings, and they're trying to determine who gets to shoot up the school. This is amazing. This is really current political commentary. Vampire, Draco. What the fuck? I asked. What the fuck indeed? You fucking bastard. As in the bird. Yelled Draco at Vampire. I want to shit next to her. No! No! I want to shit next. I know what you were trying to say, but this is the best typo in the history of humanity. I want to shit next to her. No, I do, shouted. We don't know who shouted. No, she doesn't fucking like you, you son of a bitch, yelled Draco. No, fuck you, motherfucker, she leaves me, not you, shouted Vampire, and then he jumped on Draco. Why are you jumping on the guy if you're already shooting at him? No, not in that way, you perv. I'm not that perv, man. They started to fight and beat up each other, you know, without the guns that they apparently have. Dumbledore yelled at them, but they didn't stop. All of a sudden, a terrible man with red eyes and no nose flew in on his broomstick. He had no nose. You mentioned that. And was wearing a grey robe. All the glass in the window he flew through fell apart. Well, no shit. He flew through the window. You would expect the window to break. This physics, man. Brittany, that fucking prep, started to cry. Vampire and Draco stopped fighting. I stopped eating. Everyone gasped. The room fell silent. Voldemort. Yeah. Listen, thank you, Timu, for I will gladly be your alcohol replacement. Also, Shaitan's advocate. See, I also believe that this has to be a troll fig, but so many people that were around in the fanfiction place like back then. Someone posted on my Discord, which all of you should join, an article. I think it was Commissar Towel Hat who did that, wherein someone who was actually around back in those fanfiction times explained that this was normal back then. Like back in 2006, this was a completely normal fanfiction, and that this isn't a trollfic because this is normal compared to the shit that went around back then. So do with that what you will. Any whomstuff. Ebony, Darth Vader. Darth Vader! I think you got your villains mixed up here, mate. Said evilly in his rasp. Okay. Ebony. Darth Vader. This is the best thing. Thou have failed our mission. Now I shall kill thou, and I shall kill vampire as well. If thou dost not kill him before then, I shall kill Draco too. Okay, I need to drink. PLZ, don't make me kill him. PLZ, I begged. No, he laughed crudely. Kill him, or I shall kill him anyway. Then he flew away cackling. I bust into tears. I'm about to bust into tears myself, so I have empathy with your situation. Draco and Vampire came to contort me. What is this? The Cirque du Soleil now? Cirque du Soleil, by the way, I know how to pronounce that. But seriously, what the fuck? Suddenly my eyes rolled up so they looked all cool and gothic. I had a vision where I saw some lighting flash and then Voldemort coming to kill Draco while Draco slit his wrists in a depressed way. That's a bit pointless. If you're slitting his wrists anyway, why you have to kill him? This is just, you know, much like a penny saved is a penny earned, a bit of work saved is a bit of work earned. It's time earned, really. No, I screamed sexily. Suddenly, I locked up and stopped having the vision. Ebony, holy shit, this is the word ebony spelled correctly. Twice. Asked Draco in a worried voice. Yeah, I said sadly as I got up. Everything's all right, Enemy, said Vampire all sensative. No, it's not, I shouted angrily. Tears of blood went down my face. OMFG, what if I'm getting possessed like in The Ring 2, which is the black ghetto version of the film The Ring 2. It's very occult film knowledge that this is really just pop culture references. Starting to think this is actually a masterpiece. It's okay, girl, said B. Bloody Mary. Maybe you should ask Professor Sinister about what the visions mean, though. Okay, bitch, I said sadly, and then we went. It was very, very direct approach to problem solving. I appreciate that. Chapter 24. Author's note. Prep, stop flaming the story you just told us, so fuck you, go to hell, Evan, Raven facts for the help. Well, we had a deviation next, so I got to ask Professor Trelawney about the visions. Wasn't she Professor Sinister just a moment ago? Konnichiwa, everybody come in, said Professor Sinister in Japanese. Okay, she's now Professor Sinister again. Dude, I'm barely through half of the chapters. I don't think if in like a half an hour I'm going to stop this. Then we're gonna make more live streams. I thought because I got through half of the chapters before, but they just got longer now. She smelled at me with her gothic black lip. What's it smell like? The lipstick. She's the coolest fucking teacher ever. She had long, dead black hair. All hair is dead. I don't know what to tell you, but all hair is dead. It's like fingernails. Her mom was a vampire. She's also half Japanese, so she speaks it and everything. You do understand that language isn't passed down through, like, genes, right? Like, that is a concept you're familiar with. She and Bloody Mri get along great. She's really young for a teacher. Today she was wearing a black leather top with red lace and long gothic black ripped dress. We went inside the black classroom with posters of Emily the Strong. I raised my hand. You raised your hand very fast. I was wearing some black Naye polish with red pentagrams on it. Just any black Naye polish, really. What is it, Ebony? She asked. Hey, I love your nail polish. Where'd you get it? Hot Topic? Yeah, I answered. All the preps who didn't know that what HT was gave me weird looks. Yeah, sure. Nobody fucking knows what Hot Topic is. I gave them the middle finger. Fuck yeah, peace among worlds! Well, I have to talk to you about some things. When do you want to do it? How about now? In front of the classroom, apparently. Okay, I said. Okay, class fucking dismissed, everyone. Motherfucker! Professor Trilovri said, and she let everyone go. Except for you, Brittany. She pointed at Brittany and some other preps. Please do exercise, get no. Fuck you. One on page 3. Okay, I'm having lots of visions, I said in a worried voice. I am so worried Draco is going to die. She gave me a black crystal ball to lock in. I looked at it. What do you see? She asked. I said, I see a black gothic skull and a pentagram. Suddenly, there was a knock on the door. I looked at it. It was Draco. He was looking really sexy, wearing a black leather facet, a black gothic Linkin Park t-shirt, and black Congress shoes. You know, like the US Congress. Listen, Cyborg, okay? This is my second beer. My liver has survived worse. Where was I? Draco just entered the room. Yes. Okay, you can okay, you can go now. See you, cunt. Okay, you can go now. See you, cunt. Apparently she's half Japanese, half Australian, said Professor Sinister. Bye, bitch, I said, waving. I went to Draco and Vampire was sitting next to him. We both followed Draco together. I was so exhibited. She's so exhibited. Shouldn't do that in front of kids. That might get you sent to fucking prison. Chapter 25. Author's note. Stop flaming, okay? You do not then ill tell Justin to pay you up. Oh, there's a Justin now. Who is this Justin you're speaking of? Well, why do you think he's going to be able to beat me up, bitch? Ill tell the Reds put virtues in your computer. Exclamation point 111111111. Fuck you! Exclamation point 1. Raven, thanks for the help! Exclamation point 1. I was so excited, I just couldn't hide it. That's not in the text. I was so excited, I followed Draco, wondering if we were going to do it again. Maybe think about proper analogies to dystopian states and talk about a series of short fiction things written by a man in the 21st century. Maybe they were going to talk about the underlying physics that microwaves use. Maybe they're talking about the dream catchers in Native American culture and what exactly they mean. I don't know what they're doing. Timu, no, drinking game, take a sip after every grammar error, then I would be dead. There's not enough beer in Germany to get to do that. Okay. We went outside and then we went into Draco's black car. Ebony, what the fuck did Professor Trelawney say? Trevolry. Whispered Draco. Whispered. Ebony, what the fuck did Professor Trelawney say? Whispered Draco, potting his gothic wit hand with black nail polish on mine. She said she would tell me what the visions meant tomorrow. No, she didn't. I grumbled in the sex. Okay. How? Urgency was no. I can't. You can't grumble in a sexy voice. I'm sorry. He took out a heroin cabaret and spiked it, and gave me to Spork. He started to fly the car into a tree. We went to the top of it. Draco put on some MC. Are you just going to nonchalantly do heroin now? Jesus Christ. All the things that you never ever told me. And all the smiles that ever gonna haunt me, sang Gerard's sexy voice. We started tiling of each other's clothes fervently. He took off my black thong and my black leather bar. I took off his black boxes. Then he put his throbbing you-know-what in my tool sexily. So is it like the thing that you use to affix the thing and then you can screw it tight? Is that the you-know-what? It wouldn't be throbbing. I mean, you could make it electrical. I don't know what they're talking about. OMFG Draco, I screamed, having an orgasm. I mean, I would assume that they're talking about sex, but you would have orgasms in sex and not orgasms, so this must be something completely different. We stated Frenching passively. Suddenly, I fell asleep. Can't be that good then, huh? I started having a dream. In it, a black guy was shooting two gothic men with long black hair. This is really going to become no Cyborg. I would do it, Cyborg. Yes, I would do that. It's just not possible. Where was I? No, please, don't fucking kill us, they pleaded, but he just kept shooting them. He ran away in a red car. Listen, that you would be driving away in a red car, wouldn't he? The thing is, right? This is going to be the war of gothics against hoppers, and I'm going to be on the hip hop side. You best believe. No, oh my fucking god, I shouted in a scared voice. Ebony, what's wrong? Draco asked me as I woke up, opening my icy blue eyes. Hold on a second, right? At the beginning of this page, or the last page, your eyes weren't icy blue, but they were vermilion. So shut the fuck up. Vermilion is a nice word. I should write that down. Vermilion. It's actually, I have that list on somewhere, but Ebony, what's wrong? Draco asked me as I woke. Oh no, that's all right. I started to cry tears of blood and went down my face. I told Draco to call Vampire. He did it with his black Lycan Park mobile. But the worst thing was who the people who were shot in the dream were. Lucian and Sirius. Wow. Two characters that haven't even appeared? Jesus, Cody. Chapter 26. Author's note. Prep stop the flaming SDA stry okay. Exclamation point 1. If you do not lick the story, then go fuck yourself or fucking prep. Or suck! Exclamation point 111. Oh, and I wasn't being racist, okay? Exclamation point 11. Yeah, you keep telling yourself that, you fucking racist bitch. I'm gonna have Beast in here in a moment. He's gonna fuck you up. A few mutates later. What? A few mutates later, Vampire came to the tree. He was wearing a black leather Jackson, black leather pants, and a good Schlotz t-shirt. Hi, Vampire, I said flirtily as I started to sob. Literally, your boyfriend is right next to you, and you're flirting with another. What is wrong with you, woman? Why? Draco hugged me sexually, trioned to comfort me. I started to cry tears of blood and then told them what happened. Oh, fuck it, Vampire shouted angrily. He four started to cry sadly. What fucking dick did that? Maybe it was just a dream. How about that? Maybe that didn't happen. That will be what I would think, but I don't know, I said. Now come on, we have to tell Dumbledore. We ran out of the tree into the castle. Dumbledore was sitting in his office. Sire, our dads have been shot, Draco said while we whipped some tears from his white with a whip. He just whipped the fucking and the fucking tears just go away. Enemy had a vision in a dream. That's some Inception shit right there. Dubleaudre started to cockle. Ha 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 ha. And how do you aspect me to know Ebony's not divisional? How do you aspect him to know that Ebony isn't divisional? Huh? Explain that to me. How? How might one aspect him to know that Ebony isn't divisional? She might be divisional. You don't know. You don't even know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't think Dumbledore knows what's going on. I glared at Dumbledore. Look, motherfucker. Yeah, that's how you should talk to your principal. He said angrily as Dumbledore gasped. See, is that toot of Cracter? You know very well I am not decisional. Now get some fucking people out there to look for Sirius and Lucian. Pawn to. Okay, the most powerful wizard in the universe said in an intimidated voice. Where are they? I thought about it. Then all of a sudden, Longdon, as in Longdon. Okay, this has to be a trollfic. It cannot be, right? It cannot be that a person would misspell the word London as Longdon. That cannot be true. It cannot be. I told him which street. He went and called some people and did some stuff. After a few mistunes, he came back and said people were going to look out for them. After a while, someone called him again. He said that they had been found. Draco, Vampire, and I left to our rooms together. I went with Draco to wait in the nurse's office while Vampire went to slit his wrists in his room. We looked at each other's gothic, derperist eyes. Then we kissed. Suddenly, Sirius and Lucian came in on stretchers. Professor Sinister was behind them! Exclamation point 1. Chapter 27. Vampires will never hurt you. I love how, 2% of the chapters have titles and the rest are just chapters. Fuck. Author's note. You know what? I do not give a fuck what you prets think about me. So stop flaming the fucking story, bitches. Thanks to Raven, or love und sport and help I love or girl sots it current update lol I was lit depressed. And I slit morists I had to go to the hospital. Raven, you rock girl. Okay, so what I'm gleaming from this is that she and Raven are just fucking like this again. Best friends. And you know what? Good for them. Everyone in the room stated to cry happily. I had saved them. What? Draco, Lucian, Sirius, Bond, Vampire all came to hag me. When did James Bond get into this? The nurse started to give them medicine. Come on, Enemy! This turned into Bukake very quick, said Professor Sinatra. Come on, Enemy, said Professor Sinatra. She was wearing a gothic black leather dress with a corset top and real vampire blood on it, fucking black platinum boots. I have to tell you the fucking perdition. I can't do a good Sinatra, but Sinatra, by the way, that man has the most beautiful singing voice of all singing voices. Like, if you ever ask me which my favorite singer is, chances are it's going to be Sinatra. I also like Louis Armstrong, but he doesn't really have a singing voice. So yeah, I locked at Lucian Serifs. Now this is a story about fonts, Drake and Vampire. They nodded. I smelled happily and went into a dark room. I had changed Professor Sinister, took out some black cards. Not going to see those in the black room, innit? She started to look into a black crucible ball. She said, Tara, I see Drac times are near, she said badly. She peered into the balls. You see, you must go back in time. Oh, no. Oh, no, this is going to be a time turner story. Oh, no. Oh, no. She took out a time... okay, it's not going to be a time toner story because it's a time toner. You know? Like skin toner. It's nothing to do with time turning. It's time toner. Like B. Bloody Mary had. When Voldemort was in Hogwarts before he came powerful, he got his heart broken. His hearth broken. Now, do you think he would still become Voldemort if he was in love? Exactly. I shook my head. You must go back in time and seduce him. a deuce, a pot of shit. It is the only way. If he is still evil, then you must kill him. You can come to my room tomorrow and you can do it. Ian Ross, I listen to Korn all day because they hate my gothic vampire life. You're just jealous of me for being different. Hail Stan, slits wrist. That's basically the whole fucking fan fiction in it. Thank you for the $5. I will buy 2 salads from that money. My dude. Yeah, Jesus Christ. What even? Okay, I said sadly. We did death's touch sin. I have no idea what that sentence means. I went outside again, sadly. What fucking happened? Asked Draco and Vampire. Yeah, what happened? Asked Darkness, Willow, and Boldy Mary. Question mark for some fucking reason. I was about to tell them, but everyone was there. They were celebrating Lucian and Sirius being found. Everyone was proud of me, but I jute work to talk to Draco. They were cheesing my name, and some reporters were there, trying to interview Dumbledore. A banner was put up. Lots of fucking preps were there, obviously trying to be gothic, wearing the hymn sign on the hands despite them not having actually ever heard of him. Fucking preps, man. Even Mr. Norris looked happy. Yeah, that's a rare occasion. A black and red cake had been brought out. Crab and Goik set up some fireworks in the shape of skulls from Wesley's wizard wheezes. Why is Ah! I put on my invisibility coke with Vampire and Draco, and we sneaked out together. Hold on. Isn't that Vampire's invisibility coke? Why do you have to take some of his invisibility coke when you had invisibility coke of your own all along? You fucking cunt. Chapter 28. Author's note. I said stop geflaming the story. It was a mistake when Professor Lilori said that, okay? Go to 4K, 4Kang hell. You suck. Thanks to Philly for the help. Raven, have fun with Kiwi. We went into the black room. The walls were black with portraits of gothic bands like MCR, GC, and Marilyn Manson all over them. A big black coffin was in the middle. Red velvet lined the black box. There were three chairs made of bones with real skulls in them. I was wearing a black corset bar with purple stuff on it. Fishnet suckings on a black leather thong underneath. Would it kill you to have some proper punctuation? Seriously. I sat down on one of the chairs dispersedly. So did Draco and Vampire. Are you okay? Vampire asked, potting his all bastard hand of mine. You misspelled alabaster as all bastard. I hope you're dead. He was wearing black nail polish. I was wearing black nail polish with red crosses on it. So, you always have to outdo people, don't you? You always have to do. You have black nail polish. I have black nail polish with red crosses on it. Fuck, this is that. I hate this kind of person. Yeah, I guess, I said sadly. Draco also put his hand on mine sexily. I smiled sadly with my black lipstick. The problem is, I have to seduce Volksamord. I'll have to go back in time. Draco started to cry sadly. Vampire hugged him. It's okay, Ebberby, he said finally. But what about me? You're not gonna break up or anything, are you? Of course not, I gasped. Really? He asked. Sure, I said. I'm currently writing a novel, right? And it's never going to be read by as many people as have read this piece of shit. So why am I even trying? We Frenched sexily. Vampire looked at us longingly. Then I took off Draco's MCR shrift and seductively took off his pants. He was hung like a Stallone. He had replaced the vampire tattoo and said that said enemy on it. Black roses were around it. I gasped. He looked exactly like Gerard Way. Vampire took a video camera. I had said it was okay before. I took off my clothes, then we were for the rid of a lift. We started Frenching as we climbed into the coffin. He put his Spock into my you know what, and passively we did. His Spock. His Spock. His actual Star Trek Spock. Oh my God! I wish to perish. What was I? I love you, Ebberby. Oh, let me feel you. I need to feel you, he screamed as we got an orgasm. We watched Vampire, filmed everything perfectly. Suddenly, what the fuck are you doing? It was Snope and Professor McGoggle. Chapter 29, and I hope this is the last. Yeah, this is the last chapter I'm reading today. Then we're done. I can't handle this. Author's note: Salt does folk up. You're just jealous because you prep, so fuck you. Raven, you rock. Girl, Fangs, the help. MCR, rock 666. See, here's the thing, girl, right? Preps aren't jealous of you, they look down on you. Oh my Satan, we screamed as we jammed out of the coffin. Snap and Professor McGoonagel started to shoot at us angrily. What's with the violence? Why does everyone always have to shoot people? This is Britain. Okay? Come now! They already came. Professor McGonagall yielded. We did it. We did guilty. Holy shit! What? This is fucked up. We left the room putting on our clothes. Snoop Dogg is there. Snoop garbed the caramel and put it in his pocket. When was that caramel? Where does the fucking caramel come from? What the fuck? Vampire shooted angrily. Yeah, Buster, what the fuck are you doing with the fucking camera? Draco demanded, all protective, looking at me longley with his gothic red eyes. Look, Dumbledore knows your little secret. If you do this again, then you will go to Saint Mangoes. So give back the camera. He will go to Saint Mangoes, everyone. It's okay, they're actually a type of rock. Ha ha ha, the mystery of Mojic thinks he is crazy there. No way they will believe him. Snoop laughed meanly. Da 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 da. Yes, so shut your pooth, you insolent fools, yelled Professor McGoggle. She made us come into a weird room with white stones all around it. There were all these weird tools in it. Draco started to cry all sexy and sexative. Get it? Because he is a sex bomb, lol, Tom Felnot rules for live, but not as mooks as Gerard, you sex on legs. I love you, for can croc marry me! Exclamation point 111. I started to cry tears of blood, as have I. It happens in Vampire Chronicles. Raven said, "You okay? So fuck you." Vampire took out a black handkerchief and started to wipe my red eyes. See, now the eyes are red again. And then he and Snoop both took out guns using magic. That's just extra steps. They started to shoot each other angrily. None of the ballots got each other yet. I took out my wand. Crozio, I shouted. Snap stated to Scram he dropped the gun. But it was too late. Both of them had run out of ballets. I stopped the curse. Professor McGoogle did a spell so that we were all chained up. She took out a box of tools. Then she said, "Okay, Cerberus, I'm going to go now." She left. Snap started to laugh evilly. Vampire started to cry. I have no idea what just happened. It just happened. It's okay, Enderby, said Draco. Evergreen will be... Evergreen? Who the fuck? What? Evergreen would be all right. Remember the CDO you took of Snake? Well, what's the fucking Evergreen shit? What is this political commentary? Do you have to get Brett Weinstein in here now? That's how... If what... Is Harvey is Weinstein and Brett is Brett Weinstein, isn't it? Or is it the other way around? Snape laughed again, and then he took out some whips. Oh fuck, there's still another chapter. on this page. Chapter 30. Author's note. Stop flaming the story, okay? You do not know what's even gonna happen, okay? I don't think you know either. So you fooled you? If you flam, you will be a prep so flammers can kiss my ass. Souls for souls saying Alzheimer's is dongerous. But that's the mystery's opinion, cause society basically sucks. I agree. Thanks for raving you rock, bish. No! 11, we screamed sadly. Snap stated loafing meanly. He took out a camera anvilly, you know, like an anvil. Then he came towards Darko. Donnie Darko is just there. Like he came with Snoop Dogg. He took some stones out of his pocket. He put the stones around Draco and knit a candle. You know, he knit the candle. What the fuck are you doing? I shooted angrily. Snoop laughed meanly. Da 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 da. He pulled down his pants. I gasped. There was a dork mark on his you know what. A dork mark? That doesn't sound like Snoop Dogg at all. He waved his wand and a knife came. He gave the knife to me. You must stab, vampire, he said to me. If you don't, then I'll rap Draco. I can't do a Snoop Dogg either, by the way. No, you fucking bastard, I yielded. You just did the exact opposite of yield, by the way. That's what happened. But then Draco looked at me sadly with his evil gothic eyes that looked so depressant and sexy. He looked exactly like a pentagram. How does a person look exactly like a pentagram? Between he looked like a pentagram between Kurt Cobain and Gerard. I don't even want to try anymore. But then I looked at Vampire and he looked so smexy too with his gothic black hair. I thought you're being tortured, by the way. I thought of the time when we screwed and the time I did it with Draco and Dumbledore came and the time where Draco almost committed suicide and Vampire was so sportive. Snipe laughed angrily. He started to pray to Voxamort. He started to do an incapacitation. Dancing around the Stokes, whipping Draco and Vampire. Suddenly, an idea I had. I closed my eyes and using my vampire powers, I sent a telepathic message to Draco and Vampire so they would destruct Snape. You don't need to send a telepathic message to them. They are in the same room as you. You can speak words to them. Dumbledore will get you, Draco shouted. Good on him. Ha, just wait up till the mystery find out, Vampire yelled. Does he mean the Mythbusters? Meanwhile, I took out my wand. You ridiculous donderhead, Snoop. You ridiculous donderhead, Snoop yielded. He took off all of Draco's clothes. Just as he was about to rape him, Crozio, which sounds like an Italian dessert, isn't it? Crozio. Yes, we are going to have a little bit of. We're going to have a lasagna, molto bene, molto bene. Then we're going to have a bit of crozio for the pasta. Pasta is a Spanish word, but I don't actually speak Italian. In case you haven't guessed. Crozio, I shited, pointing my wound. Snoop screamed and started running around the room screaming. Meanwhile, I grabbed my black mobile and sent a text to Sirius. I had to have mobile phones. I stopped doing Crucio. You dunderhead. I'm going to kill, shooted Snape, but suddenly Cerberus came. Wait, what? Isn't Severus Snape and Snap and all of this the same? Now I'm really confused. Snake put the whip behind his back. Oh, hello, Sev. I was just teaching them something. Yeah, you know, I had them tied up, and one of them's naked, and I have fucking my fucking dick out. I'm trying to rape the one. I was just teaching him some. But suddenly Luciana and Professor Trevorry came in the room, and they and Sirius unlocked the chains and put him around Snap. Then Professor Trevorry said, "Come, Ebony, let's go." And go is exactly what I will do now. Uh, yeah, I'm a chapter. Yeah, I think in the last live stream, and another, if we do another live stream of this, which I will be actually able to finish this. Holy shit! Holy shit! How dare you give it an 8 out of 10? How double dare you to give it a 10 out of 10? This is a 15 out of 10. I'm not even drunk, by the way. It's just that this fanfiction has melted my brain so hard that I can't do anything anymore. There we go. Thank you all for watching. Hail Stan. And hashtag free Count Dankula. Because fuck the fucking shit that was done to him. I hope the judge that did this to him has to read this in hell for eternity. That's what I fucking hope. I'm going to stop this live stream now. Thank you all for watching. I love you all. Thank you all for watching this instead of the big Sargon event. I appreciate it, but I think you probably need some good news. Yeah, that's it pretty much. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to my channel. And please do not commit suicide, because then you wouldn't be an active viewer, and that would be bad.